The biography of Eric Digger Maines, Moonshiners' wife, sickness, wealth, and burial. Homeric Digger Maines, a well-known figure for his role on the hit reality TV series Moonshiners, gained popularity through his unique lifestyle and his expertise in the world of moonshining. Though many are familiar with his on-screen persona, few are aware of the intricacies of his personal life, his family, wealth, battles with sickness, and the funeral home that holds a significant place in his legacy. This biography takes a deep dive into the various facets of Eric Digger Maines' life, offering a complete portrait of the man behind the moonshine. Early life and the path to moonshine. Eric Maines was born and raised in the Appalachian Mountains of Virginia. Known for its deep history of moonshining, this rural part of the country shaped much of his early life. Growing up in a family with a tradition of making moonshine, Eric learned the art from an early age. His family's roots in the craft date back several generations, and he was taught the intricate methods of producing spirits that would evade the prying eyes of law enforcement. Moonshine making wasn't just a hobby for the Maines family, it was a livelihood. But beyond the illegal trade of alcohol, it was also a way of life. This lifestyle shaped Eric, who grew up with an understanding of the risks, rewards, and family loyalty that came with the trade. The Moonshiners' rise to fame. Eric Digger Maines first gained nationwide recognition when he appeared on Moonshiners, a reality TV show that follows the lives of modern-day moonshiners. The series depicts the daily struggles and challenges of individuals who continue to distill alcohol despite its legal status in most parts of the United States. While many cast members of Moonshiners have become famous for their rebellious attitude toward the law, Digger stood out for his unique skill set, infectious personality, and fascinating backstory. On the show, Digger quickly became a fan favorite. His deep knowledge of the craft, combined with his quirky sense of humor, made him a compelling character. Audiences loved watching him work with his close friend, Tim Smith, as they crafted moonshine in a manner that was both artful and dangerous. Digger's technical skills in creating high-quality spirits, coupled with his charm and authenticity, made him an enduring figure in the world of moonshiners. However, as Digger became more well-known, his personal life began to draw just as much attention as his moonshine-making efforts. The reality TV star's life was full of highs and lows, as he faced personal challenges that would make any reality star's storyline compelling. The woman behind the moonshiner of the more touching elements of Eric Digger Maines' life is his marriage to his wife, Tammy. Not much is known about Tammy's personal life before she married Digger, as she has always maintained a relatively low profile. However, it's clear that the couple shares a strong bond and mutual respect for one another. Throughout their marriage, Tammy has been supportive of Digger's work, despite the inherent risks that come with being married to a moonshiner. She was often seen on Moonshiners providing encouragement and advice, often acting as the calming influence in their chaotic world. Her relationship with Digger, while not fully showcased on television, is one of deep partnership and shared values. They live a somewhat private life off-screen, staying away from the limelight whenever possible. Tammy's presence in Digger's life cannot be understated. As he navigated the challenges of being both a public figure and a criminal entrepreneur, Tammy was a steady source of stability and love. The couple's life was undoubtedly shaped by Digger's involvement in moonshining, but their relationship was also built on shared values and a sense of trust. Sickness, a battle in private despite his public persona, Digger's life was not without its hardships. One of the most difficult chapters in his life came when he was diagnosed with a serious illness. Although the specifics of the illness were not initially made public, it became clear that Digger was facing a significant battle. His fans, who had come to admire him for his resilience on screen, were shocked when they learned that Digger was dealing with health issues in private. The illness affected his ability to perform in the way he had before. His health battles were a stark contrast to the hard-nosed persona viewers saw on Moonshiners. For many, this behind-the-scenes struggle made them feel a deeper connection to Digger, as they realized that even larger-than-life personalities are vulnerable to the challenges of life. While Digger kept much of the details of his illness private, there were moments in the show where his struggles were alluded to, with his friends and family offering their support. Over time, Digger was able to, but it remained a defining moment in his life. The experience of sickness not only made him appreciate the importance of his family and health, but also brought him closer to the fans who had supported him throughout his career. Wealth and the legacy of Moonshin Eric Digger Maines achieved financial success through his work on Moonshiners and the revenue generated from his moonshine business. While the show itself provided substantial financial rewards, Digger's wealth was primarily derived from his long-standing involvement in the moonshine trade. Over the years, he had built a successful business that allowed him to live a comfortable life, even while dealing with the ups and downs of his health and public life. It's important to note that Digger's wealth was not just about monetary gains. It was also about the life he had built with his family, the respect he earned in the moonshine community, and the legacy he established. His commitment to the craft of moonshining and his ability to stay true to his roots, even as his fame grew, contributed to the respect he enjoyed among his peers. Digger's wealth, in many ways, was reflective of the values of hard work, tradition, and a strong sense of family. The funeral home. A strange twistone of the more unusual aspects of Digger's legacy is his involvement with a funeral home. While this might seem like an odd connection to someone best known for his work on Moonshiners, it's a significant part of his life. Digger had always been interested in the funeral business, and, as his moonshine operations became more successful, he invested in a local funeral home. Digger's fascination with funeral homes was something he often spoke about with curiosity and respect. As someone who had spent much of his life around death in the clandestine world of moonshining, it seemed almost fitting that he would gravitate toward the funeral industry. His involvement in the funeral home was not merely a business venture, it became a passion for Digger. He saw it as a way to serve the community and provide families with the respect and dignity they deserved during one of the most difficult times in their lives. While many knew Digger as a moonshiner, his work in the funeral home business added a new layer to his legacy. It was in this setting that Digger truly showcased his compassion and understanding of life's fragility, something that had been overshadowed by his public persona as a moonshine producer. For those who knew him well, the funeral home was just another example of Digger's unique approach to life, unconventional, yet deeply thoughtful. Death and burial. Digger's final chapter. Though Digger overcame many challenges throughout his life, his final chapter was marked by a sorrowful farewell. In the wake of his death, many tributes poured in from his family, friends, and fans. The funeral home that had become such an integral part of his life also played a role in his final arrangements. It was here that family and friends gathered to say goodbye to the man who had left a profound impact on their lives. Eric Digger Maines was buried in a quiet ceremony surrounded by those closest to him. The site of his burial holds special meaning, both to his family and to the local community that had known him for years. While his legacy in the moonshine world remains strong, it is the quiet moments at the funeral home and his final resting place that provide a sense of closure for those who loved him. Conclusion. Eric Digger Maines' life is a story of resilience, family, sickness, wealth, and legacy. From his humble beginnings as a moonshiner in the Appalachian Mountains to his rise to fame on Moonshiners, Digger's journey is one of passion and perseverance. His marriage to Tammy, his battles with illness, his wealth from the moonshine trade, and his involvement in the funeral home business all paint a picture of a man who was far more than just a reality TV star. Deva's story is one of love, loss, and the complexities of living a life that straddles both the public and private worlds. His legacy, shaped by his personal values, will continue to be remembered long after his passing.